Hello, SPLE takers. My name is Suzette Ancheta, and for this video, I decided to make 20 sample questions on philosophies of education to help you come up with the correct answers quickly during your exam. No, we have to spot the clues, we have to check the keywords and key phrases. So, are you ready? Let's start with question number 1. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a constructivist classroom? Letter A, collaborative learning. B, students actively learn. C, performance-based assessment. Or D, focuses on memorization. So number one, you have to take note of the word not in the question. And then define what constructivism is. So constructivism, students actively learn, actively construct their knowledge through experiences, exploration, and collaborative learning. So, nandun sa definition natin yung A and B. Ibig sabihin, hindi yan ang tamang sagot. Letter C, performance-based bang assessment ng constructivism? Yes, because they focus on deeper understanding. So, mini-measure yun through performance-based assessments like projects, problem solving, or even demonstrations. So, ibig sabihin, ang hindi characteristic ng constructivism ay letter D, which focuses on memorization. Hindi shallow ang learning ng constructivism. Hindi lang basta-basta rote memorization or passive learning. Deeper understanding through active learning and through collaborative learning ang fino-foster ng constructivism. So, number 2, who among the following educators would encourage students to explore their own identities and purpose? Spot the clue? What's the keywords or the key phrase? Own identity and purpose? The answer is existentialist. 'Di ba? Ang emphasize na existentialism would be individual choice, personal freedom, and responsibility. Kaya ang answer natin dito would be letter B. So, decision mo yan. Ikaw ang nag-decide dyan sa course na yan. Kailangang panindigan mo yan, di ba? Dahil iniisip mo na ito yung gusto mo, ito yung kaya mo, okay, fine. But you have to take responsibility for that decision. So, that is an application of existentialism. Number 3, which philosophy acknowledges experience through the use of senses as the source of knowledge? A, perennialism, B, empiricism, C, rationalism, or D, essentialism. So in this question, what's the clue? Spot the clue, ladies and gentlemen. This is the use of senses. So this pertains to empiricism. Choice letter B. So acquisition of knowledge through experiences or senses would pertain to empiricism. Let's go over the other options para mabilis nating ma-answer yung mga susunod na question. Letter A, perennialism. So, ang keywords, pag perennialism, unchanging truths or eternal truths, classics, great books, no? Ang in-emphasize ng perennialism would be yung mga knowledge na ini-impart ng mga great books before ay still applicable sa generation natin ngayon. Matututo pa rin tayo using those literature classics, using those great books. Okay? Yung letter C naman, rationalism, it emphasizes that knowledge is acquired through reason. Okay? And letter D, essentialism. Pag essentialism, ang mga keywords dyan would be the basic, the foundation, the fundamentals, or the core knowledge. No, yung mga foundations. Ang essentialism ay teacher-centered din. So, more of lecture ang teacher and makikinig lang yung mga bata. Passive learning. Okay. So, ayan na yung mga ibang mga clues para sa ating mga susunod na tanong. Sana natandaan ninyo yan. Number 4, a literature teacher asks her students to read and review literature classics like those of Homer's. The teacher is A or an blank. Okay, spot the clue? The classics. It means the teacher is a perennialist. Ayan. Matututo daw tayo from the Book of Homer. Gagamitin pa rin natin yan ngayon kahit na ilang years ago na nasulat yung classic book na yan. Di ba? Kasi ang mga truth, ang knowledge ay never changing. It's unchanging. It goes through generations. Matututunan pa rin natin yan hanggang ngayon. Okay, number 5. Which statement correctly describes essentialism? A. Teacher-centered instruction. B. Focuses on students' interests. C. Emphasizes practical learning. Or D. Prioritizes individual freedom and responsibility. Ano nga ulit yung essentialism? Keywords natin again. Basics, foundations, fundamentals, core ideas. It's teacher-centered, di ba? Students learn passively. So, ang correct answer sa number 5 would be letter A. It's the teacher-centered instruction. Yung letter B focuses on students' interest, pwedeng progressivism yan, di ba? Parang may example question dati, if the students learn math, if the students learn numbers through billiards, why not let them play billiards? Okay? Yung letter C naman, practical learning, this is more of pragmatism, learning by doing. Letter D prioritizes individual freedom and responsibility. We just discussed this a while ago. This pertains to existentialism. Okay, I hope that is clear. Number 6, when teaching about sustainability, who will focus more on environmental ethics and people's moral obligation to the next generation? A. Progressivist, B. Constructivist, C. Perennialist, or D. Idealist? Spot the clue? Ethics and moral obligation. So these clues pertain to idealism. So ayan, environmental ethics, moral obligation, responsibility, values. Yan yung namang mga keywords natin para sa idealism. So, ang answer sa question number 6 ay letter D, idealist. Number 7, Teacher Weng rewards her students for following classroom rules and she also has the leaderboard in class. This is an application of which philosophy? Is it A. Essentialism, B. Behaviorism, C. Social Reconstructionism, or D. Pragmatism? Clue, rewards. Another clue, there's a leaderboard for motivating students. So this is an application of what? Positive reinforcements to change the student's behavior. So the answer would be letter B, behaviorism. Ayan yung mga keywords sa behaviorism. Rewards, punishment, reinforcements, ganyan. Meron tayong operant conditioning under Skinner, meron tayong classical conditioning under Pavlov. Yung sa maayos na environment sa classroom, pwede rin yun na behaviorism. Okay? So, lahat ng magdidictate para ma-change ang attitude, ang behavior ng bata towards learning, this pertains to behaviorism. Number 8, who among the following philosophers are known for their pioneering ideas that a child learns best when theories are supported by actions? Sino ang nag-advocate ng learning by doing? Letter A, Plato and Descartes, B, Bagley and Copperman, C, Kierkegaard and Sartre, or D, Peirce and Dewey? Okay, the answer is letter D. Ayun na yung learning by doing. Nandun na si Dewey. Kahit hindi kayo masyadong familiar kay Pierce, at least nandun naman sa option si Dewey. Di ba? Learning by doing. The main proponent for learning by doing is Dewey. Now, letter A, Plato and Descartes, they are idealist. Bagley and Copperman, they are essentialist. And Kierkegaard and Sartre, they are existentialists. Okay, number 9. Which philosophy prioritizes experiential, project-based, and collaborative learning? So this all describe a student-centered approach, learning through experiences. So the answer is letter A, progressivism. Okay. Number 10, the philosophy believes that education is about cultivating intellect and moral values through great books and ideas. Spot the clue? Great books and ideas. So this would pertain to perennialism. No? Ang bilis lang makasagot kapag nakita nyo yung main point ng question. Number 11, who among these educators believe that children learn and develop naturally in a well-prepared environment? John Dewey, B.F. Skinner, Maria Montessori, or John Piaget? Okay, the answer is letter C, Maria Montessori. So sabi ni Montessori, pag well-prepared ang environment, it's very well conducive for learning and it promotes self-directed learning or independent learning among students. So ang role ng teacher dito would be guidance na lang kasi the students will discover, they learn on their own. No? It will encourage self-directed learning. Okay, number 12. The focus of this philosophy is on traditional instruction, a strict discipline, and a structured curriculum. We already defined this kanina. So, reinforce na lang natin ngayon. Is it A, existentialism, B, essentialism, C, idealism, or D, behaviorism? It is letter B, essentialism. Ayan, yung mga characteristic again, traditional instruction. Si teacher is strict sa pagdidisiplina ng mga bata, kailangan matapos mo tong chapter na to, kailangan matapos mo tong assignment na to, hindi kayo pwedeng maglaro sa PE class ninyo, kailangan mauna ito. 'Di ba? Kasi kailangan nating matapos kung ano yung nasa ating curriculum. So that is essentialism. Number 13, an offshoot of progressivism, which philosophy believes that schools should empower students to become agents of change for the society. Is it A, cognitivism, letter B, constructivism, C, social reconstructionism, or D, pragmatism? Spot the clue? Agents of change for the society. So that is letter C, social reconstructionism. So sabi dito, kailangan gamitin ng mga bata, ng mga learners ang kanilang mga natutunan to change the society, 'di ba? Para sa mas ikauunlad ng ating bansa, para sa pagbabago, kailangan mai-apply kung ano man yung mga natutunan sa school. Hindi lang sapat na alam natin ang mga bagay-bagay, kailangan gamitin natin 'yon para sa ikapagbabago ng ating society, para sa ikauunlad ng ating society. Okay, number 14. When science lessons focus on foundational concepts such as scientific method, laws of physics, and biological principles, they reflect which philosophy of education? Essentialism, progressivism, realism, or pragmatism? So what's the clue in the question? Foundational concept, the basic concept, the essential skill, the essential concepts that pertains to letter A, essentialism. Mag-focus muna tayo kung ano yung pinaka-foundation. Yan yung sinasabi ng essentialism. Number 15. Which philosophy holds that knowledge is acquired through reason alone, independent of sensory experience? Okay? Reason, that's the clue for this question, and that is about rationalism. So, ang rationalism, again, ay kabaligtaran ng empiricism. This is the exact opposite of empiricism kasi ang empiricism, it believes that knowledge is acquired through senses, through sensory experiences. Yung rationalism, sabi niya, ay hindi. Hindi kayo makakakuha ng knowledge through merely observing. You should use reason. You should use logical and critical thinking para makakuha kayo ng tamang knowledge about something. So they are exact opposite. Empiricism, senses, rationalism, reason. Okay? Number 16. A teacher uses Socratic questioning to discover universal truths and timeless ideas. This approach is rooted in, spot the clue? Universal truths, timeless ideas. Letter A, perennialism. Hindi po ito progressivism, realism, nor constructivism. Timeless ideas, universal truths, perennialism kaagad-agad. Yung i-answer natin. At nandiyan pa yung Socratic questioning. So, walang duda na yan ay perennialism. Number 17, a teacher, 17, in a science class, the teacher sets up hands-on experiments where students test hypotheses and draw their own conclusions. This is an application of existentialism, progressivism, reconstructionism, or behaviorism. What's the clue in the statement, in the question? There's hands-on experiment. So there is an active learning, and this is an application of letter B, progressivism. Okay, number 18. An English teacher teaches grammar by using repetitive drills and structured practice to help students master correct sentence construction. This approach best reflects which philosophy of education? A. Progressivism, B. Essentialism, C. Humanism, or D. Existentialism? Ano yung sinasabi dito? Kailangan ma-master mo muna yung rules of grammar para ka makagawa ng perfect, smooth na sentence. Grammatical correct sentences. Kailangan paulit-ulitin muna natin yung proper use of grammar. It means this is an application of the basic concept, the foundational knowledge. So this is essentialism. Letter B. Number 19, a literature teacher discusses The Little Prince with her students, focusing on the deeper meanings behind the characters and emphasizing moral lessons such as love, responsibility, and the importance of seeing with the heart. This teaching approach best reflects which philosophy of education? A. Realism, B. Behaviorism, C. Idealism, or D. Progressivism. So the question says something about moral lessons, responsibilities. And pag sinabi nating ideals, values, responsibilities, moral obligations, lahat yon ay tumutukoy sa idealism. Choice letter C. And the last question for today, which educational practice supports John Locke's idea that the mind is a tabula rasa? Anong ibig sabihin ng tabula rasa? The mind is a blank slate. It's like a blank sheet of paper. Is it A, encouraging self discovery through personal reflection? B, teaching eternal truths through philosophical dialogues? Or C, providing sensory experiences and concrete examples to shape learning? Or D, focusing on rewards and punishments to control behavior? So, ano yung magsusupport ng idea ni John Locke na tabula rasa, ang ating mind ay isang blank slate at magkakaroon lang yan ng laman kung paano, ano kaya yung tama sa ating mga options. Through self-discovery, through eternal truths, through senses and experiences, or rewards and punishment, the answer is letter D. Providing, sorry, not letter D, letter C, providing sensory experiences and concrete examples to shape learning. And that's about it. These are the keywords or key phrases that will help you answer the exam questions accurately. You may take a screenshot of this one and you may go over this para sure na makuha natin yung tamang sagot sa LET exam. Okay? Screenshot. And that's it. I am with you in this journey, praying and hoping for your success. You can do it, kapatid. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. Sana ay nakatulong. Hanggang sa muli, pwede nyo rin i-follow ang aming page, Let Review with Ma'am Zet. Nakakapag-post po ako dyan from time to time pag hindi po ako masyadong busy sa aking trabaho as a nanay. Okay, so thank you very much again. Please like and subscribe. Good luck, SPLE takers. Bye!